Whoa.
Yeah. That kind of leads me on to how I kind of wanted to close this topic, really. Just like the reason we see these people as superhuman, in quotation marks, is not just because of the results that they deliver. It's because we know the physical and mental work that goes in every single day of their lives. And when that becomes too much, particularly on the mental side of things, as we've been discussing, it just confuses me as why people are so quick to label it as a weakness, or just it's just so far wide of the mark that they're selfish because they don't want to compete and all this sort of stuff. This is one of our brand new segments for this season, where we take a look at some of the music that has been getting us through recently. Expect some hot recommendations to add to your playlist, which are guaranteed to get you moving. It's the sound of now. Ken, do you want to take it, or shall I take it?
Yeah, I will take it. You know what? The sound of my summer has been different this year, because, like, I remember when I think back to many years. Do you remember there was several tracks that I remember. Do you remember Childish Gambino, Feels Like Summer?
Yes.
Okay, and then there was it called? I can't remember the name now. There was like a garage or house tune. I remember, but there was different sounds. I remember but there were definitely tracks very specific that I remembered for each summer. This year has just been a new sound for me, and I'm sure some of the audience will know these types of sound. But right now, the big thing is Amapiano. I don't know if you guys are into Amapiano. So, like, right now, my summer has been really just listening to a lot of Amapiano. And I don't know if Carl minds me playing a little bit of something for me, but
play it and then.
Right? Okay, so this has been my beat. Like, this has been my stuff at the moment. It's that kind of, it's South African. Mm-hmm. It's really that kind of just jumpy kind of vibe and that's what I listen to this when I wake up in the morning. First things first, I literally get onto Amapiano first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's gonna get you hype, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The sun's coming, the sun's streaming through the windows. I'm doing my little morning routine.
And you've got your dance where you're calling the sun in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Call the sun in. Call the sun in.
Just bringing it in, and he just gets that vibe, and it gets me going. And the things, that's before I even listen to my normal, whether it be Jay-Z or whatever it is. I have this for like at least 45 minutes to an hour just to get me up for the day.
Gets the blood flowing.
It gets the blood flowing.
Yeah.
So you can work out to it. You can do anything you want to. You can plan your day to it. You can even do the dishes to it. So that's my sound for 2020. That's my sound for 2021. Is Amapiano, and I'm looking forward to Amafest. There's a festival coming up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, early September.
Whereabouts?
Amafest. Just outside London. I actually don't even know where the location. I can't remember, but John will kill me for not knowing because it's a Friends festival. So yeah, I'm there. So yeah,
nice, man. Nice. So for me, an artist that I've been following for quite some time now. He goes by the name of Barney, or Barney Artist. He's just released a new album in collaboration with Mr. Jukes, or Jack, who is the singer-songwriter producer from Bombay Bicycle Club. So it's a weird infusion. But Barney himself, you can always expect sort of the lo-fi hip-hop, neo-soul, kind of boom-bap, sort of throwback kind of vibes when it comes to hip-hop. And yeah, there's sort of that little bit of indie fusion in this album as well. One track that I wanted to particularly pick out was one called Deja Vu. And it kind of just basically takes you on a journey through the city. And it just gets you thinking, like when you're on the bus or the train and you go into soft focus for a little bit, and you just, firstly, you start thinking about what's going on in your life and like your problems and that sort of thing. And then you just start picking out other people. And it's just like, well, everyone's going through their own sorts of things. And you just kind of start thinking, what are other people's stories? And it just gets you thinking, and it's just all a little bit hazy. And it's like, this is, I don't know, it's just a really nice kind of chilled vibe of a song. To be honest, the whole album is a vibe. So yeah, like other songs that I love on it, Blowing Steam, Vibrate, I'm actually going to see them in November. So shout out to Amy for the tickets because I'm gassed for that.
Good recommendation.
Yeah. But yeah, it's also that Deja Vu. It samples a Lou Bond track from the 70s to The Establishment. So yeah, it's just pure soul. It's real. It just gets you flowing, man.
Has it got some hand movements like bringing in the sun? Or
I mean, it's not
hands?
that vibe. I'll be honest. But it's
or
more,
shoulders up.
It's more wavy. It's like
Okay.
it's just. But yeah, I'd recommend anyone go and listen to it. But yeah, just check out the whole album anyway, man. It's quality.
Okay.
And I believe we have a third suggestion for the sound of now. Carl, what have you got for us?
I've got. Have you heard like Nas is the second edition of King's Disease? The King's Disease 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Nas has released the second addition to King's Disease, and I've been listening to a lot of Nas anyway from some other podcasts I do. But Nas's flow on this is just so confident because you always wonder what will happen when those veterans get to an older age.
Yeah.
Are they trying to sound like they did when they were younger? And Nas is just so at ease and confident. And there's two tracks that stand out for me. One is Rare, where you just listen to his flow, and his flow is just like, it's almost like, like Floyd Mayweather has conquered boxing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nas has conquered rap. Because he can just sit in the pocket and just do. His flows are just amazing. Just little, it's just, yeah. So that track Rare is just him just flowing. You can tell he's in a good point in his life. Yeah. And there's another track on it called Nas is Good, where the lines he's talking about, I've got shares in this. And it's like, he's not talking about champagne or whatever. It's like, it's another level. It's shares in this. It's long-term wealth. And it's just like, it just sounds so confident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the one with Lauryn Hill?
So that Lauryn Hill track, and I may say something, people may like it or not, it made me realise how overrated Lauryn Hill is. Because she's not very good in that verse. And you're like, I had social media, and I was like, yeah?
Was that Nobody?
Yeah, whatever, don't even listen to it. And when you go back, he was like, you didn't fulfill any potential you had. You have that one album, but you're not like Adele level selling.
Yeah.
You haven't followed it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, we all love that album. It may have been benchmark. And then what did you do?
Nothing.
You kind of living off past glories. You can go back to the Beyonce, and Beyonce's like album after album, hit after hit.
Yeah.
And you look at anyone who was successful from, say, the 70s and whatever, or those people who can go from one generation to the other, success.
Yeah,
I think everybody just lauds her too much.
Let me tell you,
she hasn't fulfilled it.
Let me tell you this here. That comment right there can cancel you. I will laugh.
I was going to say, Carl, you might not be coming back next time.
I won't even tell you, brother. I'm like looking at you like, why are you doing this?
I just think she's overrated.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here going, brother, stop talking. Don't do this. Don't talk about Lauren. Like, I don't know.
Overrated.
Miseducation. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is by far, categorically, one of the most distinctly perfect albums I have ever heard.
And then?
I know this. We all know this.
And
then she had 6 kids. So you can't say nothing because her mind was, okay, let's put it this way. To me, from what I see of Lauren, and this is what I see of Lauren. Lauren, at a very young age, went from dating Wyclef to becoming an industry superstar of Fugees, doing the films in the Sister Act, and she had a very, what's the word? Her trajectory was very steep. Mm-hmm. And she probably went, whoa. She did one album and got how many Grammys? Was it, 8, 7, 9 Grammys? Something ridiculous.
Is she a better rapper than Ladybug from
I don't think she's... No,
Planets?
she's not a rapper. No. Okay, don't get it twisted. Lauren is not a rapper. You've seen from what she's done. She's not a rapper. She's a singer. She's actually a vocalist. She's one of the top vocalists
How much of that Miseducation album was her or the musicians around her?
But
I'm sure.
however,
I'm sure Robert
no-
Glasper has an
love this
argument
so
there.
much.
But the thing is, yeah, no artist in the time. I'm even saying this. I'm saying this, and I won't even lie. I don't think any artist since Lauren has reached Lauren's level. And I'm
Are we talking about album sales?
I'm gonna say this here because people are always like, Kenny, you really don't like her.
Are we talking about album sales?
I'm thinking in terms of her range and what she can do. I don't even think Beyonce is on her level.
Carl, what are you saying?
I don't think Beyonce.
proof is in the
Carl
pudding.
looks horrified.
The proof is in the pudding.
Okay, to
The
me,
proof is in the pudding.
let me tell you.
And
this.
there's a lot to eat from Beyonce's
Let me tell you
trough.
this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
God, Carl, you didn't just say that.
There's a
you
lot
did not
to
just
eat.
say that.
I heard it, but I'm like, nah. But let me tell you the thing about it here. Let me tell you this, okay? I think Beyonce is a creative genius when it comes to actually performing and creating music. In terms of Lauren, vocally, Beyonce is not on her level.
Well, listen to the verse on the Nas album and you go, yeah. Skip.
I'll have to.
This feels like sacrilege, I'm going to be honest. But, you know, it's...
You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, how dare you? I'm cancelling you.
So, as we've kind of mentioned, we have slightly rebranded from last season. So now we are going to discuss our nominations for who we think has been balling hard. And as some things never change, Mr. Crisp will be the judge.
Yeah.
Who wants to take it? Who wants to take it?
I'm gonna throw my hand in first with this one because
You thought of one?
yeah.
On the fly.
What do you mean? Can you imagine? This is well documented
On the spot.
This is
And things never change.
This
Ken,
is
Ken,
not-
Ken comes in the studio
why are we like
and
this?
freestyles.
No. The thing is, because I realized as we were talking about it, and I in my mind it had always been kind of there, but this balling so hard is outrageous, and I'm going to give it to the country as well as the individual, simply because when you think about this level of kind of amazing achievement, then you'll understand. Now, my balling so hard is Jamaica's 1, 2, 3. And the Jamaica 1, 2, 3 was something that when you think about it, the number of 100-meter sprinters in the world currently, when you look at just the number of people in the country of Jamaica compared to the country around them that are in the sport, it's unprecedented. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when I was just like, hold on, wait. I think Jamaica the men's did it. The men did it a few years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the men did it a few years ago. We never assumed that the women would do it as well. And at this Olympics, yes, it was a different Olympics, and there were other runners. Shikari, lost her opportunity to run in that final. But to see, the 1, 2, 3 of, Elaine Thompson, Hera, Shirley Ann Fraser-Price, and Sharika Jackson win that 1, 2, 3 at the Olympics, it blew my mind because I'm thinking there's so many other countries. There's so many other sprinters. There's the Europeans, but the Jamaicans keep producing these superstars.
It's mad, isn't it?
It was mad, and that to me, it blew my mind. I was just watching it. I was like, and as a sprinter myself, I'm just like, wow, I was impressed. So to me, my balling so hard is Jamaica's 1, 2, 3 at the Olympics.
Wait, do I not even get a shout?
I'm
No,
just,
hey,
I'm,
it's not the winner.
I'm just clapping. It's like associated
As
associated
appreciation.
word Jamaica.
Fair play.
Exactly. and he's Jamaican, so I know I got this, but go on, you can try.
Well, one thing that unites all of us in this room is football, right? So my nominees for balling hard are let me just get this right because there's a lot of letters. The PGMOL, and that is the governing body for referees in England. And the reason I say so is because VAR is no longer a problem.
Until it affects your team.
No, because my team are so bad that I'm
our problem.
VAR is not. I'm disregarding my team from this entirely, and football has just become slightly more